I'd like to welcome everybody to the April 15th, 2025 Johnston County Planning Board meeting. I'll be sitting in for Will Lexworth, who's our chair, once again. Hopefully he'll be back next month. We will start by the Pledge of Allegiance. If Mr. Freddie Hudson will lead us in Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to get approval of the minutes from the March 18th, 2025 meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Freddie, second by Mr. Lovering. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it. Now we'll move on to subdivision review. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody, the vast majority of land in Johnston County is zoned agriculture residential, which means by right you can farm it or build houses on it. As such, it is not the purview of the board to determine if a subdivision is appropriate for a specific area, only if the subdivision meets our codes and ordinances. Because this is a quasi-judicial hearing, we ask that any testimony given be directly relevant to how the subdivision does or does not meet the codes and ordinances of the county. As we are the final approval body for subdivision, all those that wish to give testimony related to a subdivision will need to be sworn in, and we ask that all speakers provide their name and address for the record. So if you wish to give testimony, please stand and raise your right hand at this time. Do you swear that the testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. First subdivision will be Farm Field.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, would you like to make the announcement about the notices that were sent out for 24?
Yes, sir. There were some notices for case 2024-24 on NC 42 East, but that has been withdrawn. So if anybody was here for that, you may be excused.
First up on subdivisions is Farm Field. It is owner and developer JR Development. Surveyor engineer is Ozzie Gilbert. Its location's Rice Road, just east of NC Highway 96 North in the O'Neills Township. It's served by Corinth Holders Fire and Clayton Rescue. It's 30.55 acres total, 21 lots proposed. Johnston County Public Water, individual septic, traffic counts not available. This portion of Rice Road does not appear on the comprehensive transportation plan as needing improvement. This parcel is within the environmentally sensitive area, however, no floodplain appears on the parcel.
Thank you, sir. Anybody here that like to speak for subdivision?
Ozzie Gilbert, 442.5 East Main Street, Clayton, North Carolina. Mainly, if you just got any questions, this one's fairly simple. I was thinking there was an updated one to that one, Todd. Remember, I brought it in, we delayed a month.
Yeah, this one's not like that.
Okay, the one y'all have is not like, okay, that's the correct one. Just making sure y'all had the correct one.
Okay.
All right,
What's the biggest differences?
Yeah,
The entrance.
we took out a cul-de-sac. The soil scientist went out the second time and didn't like some of the soils that his guy that worked for him did.
Okay.
And so we made some changes, delayed it a month, and brought it back with a correct subdivision map. And but that one is okey dokied by the soil scientist. Now it goes to the health department next. We got good impervious areas on this one. I think it's about 5,200 square foot per lot, which is getting close to the new 6,000 square foot mandate, which come in June. So we're trying to get used to that slowly.
Any questions for the applicant?
Ozzie, are there any types of buffers that are proposed
for the, I think it's lot 16, 15, and 14, because that existing house is going to be surrounded by those lots on 3 sides.
That's actually a house that was cut out of this parcel. The same lady, JR, and she just wanted to sell it because it's an existing house and get it out of the subdivision. So, no, we hadn't planned
Okay.
any buffers.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir. Anyone here like to speak in opposition to the proposed subdivision? Bring back to staff.
Staff recommendations, preliminary approval subject to the conditions and requirements in the staff report.
I'd like to go on record as stating concerns about the capacity versus the enrollment of the schools affected by this subdivision.
Duly noted.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Sasser, second by Ms. Holmes. All those approved say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Next up is the Woods at Meadow Downs. The owner is Joe Godwin Sr. Developer is SALT Land Holdings LLC. Surveyor engineer is Godwin Engineering. Its location is 1325 Barefoot Road in Meadow Township, served by Meadow Fire and Benson Rescue. It's 31.9 acres, 31 lots proposed. Johnston County Public Water, individual septic. Traffic count for this portion of Barefoot Road is 250 vehicles per day. That was in 2023. This portion of Barefoot Road does not appear on the comprehensive transportation plan as needing improvement.
Thank you, sir. Anyone here like to speak for the applicant?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Joe Godwin with Godwin Engineering, 20 East Piccadilly Street, Winchester, Virginia. I'm here to represent the developer, and what we have here is we've got 31 lots on approximately 31 acres. So the development density is roughly about 1 lot per acre. We've got one road planned with 1 cul-de-sac, 1 driveway. The road is intended to be DOT owned and maintained once it's built out. We're planning on using a typical DOT section for rural roads, which will be a 20-foot asphalt paved road with ditch sections. The development will be served with county water and will be septic systems for sewer. And that's all I've got, so few questions.
Anybody got any questions for the applicant? I was looking for the mail kiosk. Did I just miss it somehow?
That's what we are going to have to put one in there, and the location is, we're working with the USPS, whether they prefer it closer to the front, towards the middle, or towards the cul-de-sac.
Yes, sir.
But we are working on that. That will
Thank
be
you.
placed on there.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak in favor of the subdivision? Anyone like to speak in opposition to the subdivision? Yes, sir. Come give us your name and address, please.
My name's Kerry Brooks, 1584B Barefoot Road. I would just say that I don't believe that the road would be able to be safe for travel with increased traffic. The road's got a lot of windy turns and a very short shoulder. That's my only concern.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Not necessarily opposed, just have some questions
Name and
or things
address,
I want
please.
to put out.
Name and address, please.
Charles Patterson, 2118 Barefoot Road.
Thank you.
We have agricultural fields around the neighborhood, so I just want to know, are there going to be any buffers planned around the neighborhood for drainage or anything else to make sure it's not, washing out crops, anything like that? Do agree with the traffic concerns. We've got a lot of logging trucks and other stuff running down this road. So there's a lot of traffic, and saying that I think there's 250 vehicles a day is not necessarily accurate. There's a lot more traffic that runs down that road. And then other concern is with water, public water coming into that neighborhood. Has the main been checked for sizing to make sure it can actually handle the capacity of an additional 31 homes?
We'll try to get you some answers to the questions.
All right, thank you.
Sir. Would you like to address those as I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Come forward. We'll get to it.
Alice Parker, 1580 Barefoot Road.
Yes,
Newton
ma'am.
Road. Mine was just some concerns, which Chad addressed some of those, but we live, there's a field between us and them, and I understand growth, and I'm not fighting that part or anything like that. But one of the issues that I know when we built our house there in '92 was the water runoff. If you're not familiar with the area, down toward this end of it, Mill Creek, I'm sorry to say Mill Creek Church. Mill Creek runs through there. And so water comes from those fields, which currently lots of times the crops and the farmers are aware of that and are doing that. We have a concern because when we built, there was a water flow, I don't know what you call it. Anyhow, we had to put our driveway where we put it at because there is a culvert or something that goes under there, which takes that water and takes it down to Mill Creek through the woods, actually in Chad's, his woodland. My concern is that water that's coming through there and what effect it would have, because when you've got houses and roads and things, it's not going to naturally, go there. That's the issue. Also, being a teacher at middle school, I know we're not at capacity, but I'm currently come back to school teaching in a mobile unit, which is taking up part of the parking lot. And when you have this one, and then it's my understanding there's also, I didn't know about this until today, there's another lot or unit or development that's coming in that area also. So when you take both of those schools and the issues that we may have with the schools and the overcrowding, and living there 30-something years, no, 40-something years, it's been a while. But there are a lot of log trucks and traffic and farm equipment and things like that that, is a concern. And there is a cow farm on one side of the land now, and then the other is the other farming. So just the impact, and I realize you can do what you want to with your land, but there's just some, concerns that we have as residents in that area of the safety issue with kids and family and everybody traveling on that land.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Anyone else like to speak in opposition? Yes, ma'am.
Samantha Zopa, 1584 Barefoot Road. I basically just want to second everything Alice said. I'm her next door neighbor, and we just really love the small community we have and how quiet and the architecture that it already has and all the agriculture. So we would hope to keep it that way or try to keep it smaller if we can.
Thank you. Anyone else? Staff that like to address some of the issues? And just to kind of go over the ones where buffers, the drainage in and around the subdivision, the plan for the runoff, and also, if you want to address the traffic concerns around Barefoot Road.
Right. So as far as the buffers goes, we show the setbacks. So aside from the normal building setbacks and whatever landscaping buffer requirements Johnston County has for that type of development, we're going to meet all the Johnston County requirements, no doubt. So as far as buffers goes, we'll have the setbacks in place for the lots, and we'll also have whatever mandated buffers are required. So we'll definitely meet that requirement. But as far as the drainage, we're going to follow all Johnston County and the state's requirement, DEQ's requirements for stormwater, erosion control, so on and so forth. So as far as any stormwater leaving the site, I think you can have no more than a delta of 10% from the pre and post development runoff. So we're mandated to meet that, and we definitely want to strive to make sure that we don't have any excess runoff there. And as far as the water goes, we have not done any fire flow tests to see what the capacity of the existing water system is, but I believe there's a 6-inch main along Barefoot, and part of the requirements for permitting for the water, we will have to request a fire flow test, and we will have to do a hydraulic analysis of the water system to see where that falls to, sir.
And also, yeah, and I also add that the Department of Transportation, as you alluded to, the pipe that goes under the road, they will look at the pre and post development numbers and see if that pipe is adequate size, and if it has to be upsized, it'll be on the developer, his responsibility to
Yes,
do
if
that.
that's connected to the part of the development, if there's any increase or impacts,
Yes, sir.
then we'll address those when we encounter those issues.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bring it back to staff.
Staff recommendations, preliminary approval subject to the conditions and requirements in the staff report.
And just for everybody's benefit, as far as we're talking about the buffers, there's currently no guidelines.
No requirements because they're the same zoning
Zoning,
district.
correct.
There appears to be a line of trees around one whole side, across the back and half of the other side, which I would think they probably wouldn't move if they didn't have to.
You mean across lot 15 and?
Well, I'm looking at this.
9
Yeah,
through
9 through
9
14.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 through 15.
9 through 15.
I don't see any
But
need to.
then it comes, if you look at it,
On the
there's a line
drawing.
of trees in the ortho photo down the other side. Right there.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
What are you asking? Is the plans to leave those in place?
I would hope so. Usually they don't want to, I mean, it just costs money
Is
to
that the
remove them.
plan to leave those in place?
Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. So we are using septic systems here, so, and there's, soil is always a factor when it comes to septic
Right.
systems. Those existing trees are most as far as I'm concerned, I think that we've actually changed the geometry of the road
Okay.
to minimize any impacts to the existing vegetation. So, because we have to use the most suitable soils.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where the outlet of that pond is.
I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve based on the conditions and requirements included in the staff report.
I'll second.
Motion made by Mr. Hudson, seconded by Ms. Howard. All those approved say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It's approved. All right, next we'll have Sunset Silo.
Yes, sir. The owner is Joe and Susan Godwin. Developers, SALT Land Holding LLC. Surveyor engineers Godwin Engineering. It's on Tarttown Road between NC Highway 96 South and Reedy Prong Church Road in the Meadow Township. It's served by Meadow Fire and Benson Rescue. 37.2 acres, 31 lots proposed. Johnston County Public Water individual septic. Traffic count is not available for this road, and Tarttown Road does not appear on the comprehensive transportation plan as needing improvement.
Thank you, sir. Bring it back to the applicant.
Hello again. So similar to the previous development, this one is a longer track, so we have a one road in, it's approximately 1,800 feet. And again, we also, because this would be a septic tank and potable water development with the DOT road, we also, again, to address the Madam's concerns regarding the vegetation. We changed the geometry of the road to minimize impact any vegetation and utilize the soils as best we can for the septic systems. So again, this is going to be a DOT road, 20-foot pavement, any DOT standards, and ditch section. We have approximately 31 lots on the 37 acres, so it's under one house per acre. That's all I have, subject to questions.
Any questions for the applicant?
And you're still negotiating with the post office on the kiosk?
Yes, sir. Because both of these are about 1,800 feet, I want to make sure that, based on what the post office prefers, if you put it closer to the road, there's issues, as far as proximity there. But then I think that's the ideal case. But then if you put it to the center, sometimes people are like out there. So we're just trying to work out this is a longer road, so we'll make sure we address everybody's concerns.
Any other questions for the applicant? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone here that would like to speak in favor of the subdivision? Anyone here like to speak in opposition to the subdivision? Bring it back to staff.
Staff recommendations, preliminary approval subject to the conditions and requirements in staff report.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Holmes, seconded by Mr. Hudson. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It's approved. Thank you, sir. This is, that's all for the subdivision review. We're gonna go to, special use cases. Remember, this is a public forum only. There'll be no vote. So you have to go to,
The Board of County Commissioners, the first Monday in June, which is
all the things we got up here, we don't have a calendar. That'd be a good idea. Anyway.
There's another request. Calendar. Got a new chair, what do you want?
All right,
it's right
case,
here for the applicant for this. You're, okay, just making sure.
case 21-07.
Yes, this is a modification to a special use that was approved in 2021. It's a petition to modify a special use permit for 1.01 acres located at 8817 Cleveland Road in the Macklemore Township Zone General Business Special Use District to add catering, food prep, food sales, and services to previously approved uses. Owner is Cart House Holdings LLC. Applicant is Lisa Newby. Recommended amendment is to allow catering, food prep, food sales, and services to the existing special use. Served by Macklemore Fire and CNS Rescue. Its existing land use is Zone General Business Special Use District and is used as office/warehouse space. The building is already complete and site plan approved and everything, so it is an existing structure. Surrounding land use is zoned agriculture residential and used for those purposes, zone agricultural conditional zoning and planned unit development and our major subdivisions. Zone community business and used for restaurants, cleaning business and convenience store. Traffic count for this portion of Cleveland Road in 2023 was 10,500 vehicles per day. It's located in a neighborhood center with a designated medium-density residential place type on the envisioned Johnston land use plan. There were 6 notices sent out to adjacent property owners, and again, this was approved. Original was approved in 2021. It has been in compliance with no violations noted since that time.
Thank you, sir. Anything the applicant would like to add, please? Give us your name and address, please.
Brian Gower, 766 South Pleasant Coast Road. I'm the property owner, and my tenant, she couldn't be here tonight. She wanted to, but she had a vacation plan with her kids. So she typed a letter for you so y'all could understand what she has vision for.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Really excited.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Oh,
We need her in Smithfield.
I was getting ready to say, can you sign me up for this already?
Siri, you live out that way.
Pushing her to expand.
I thought about this about 10 years ago.
Of course,
I'm
she is
serious.
in
This
my
is
office, so
amazing.
it's next door to me. I really want this.
I need this in my life.
You and me both.
Has anyone got any questions of the owner?
Do what?
Anyone got any questions?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't.
I mean, there's already commercial right there. It's just adding to the special use.
And this will go before the county commissioners in
June
June.
2nd. You will need to attend as well,
Okay,
or Ms. Newby.
yeah, she'll be at that one.
Okay,
The Commissioners will get to meet her.
thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Lewis.
Anybody else like to speak as it relates to case 21-07? Bring back staff.
That is all we have for tonight. The next meeting is is it on May? May 20th.
Have a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Owens,
Take your pick.
seconded by Mr. Loving. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.